I want to show you see whether we can get any trade for the Bitcoin Cash. All right, because if I refer to monthly chart, we can see that based on the monthly chart on 2017, the highest price we have it was almost here, which is 4,000. I put my the line there. This is where is the top. Okay, almost 4.1. Okay, and now the price is 500 plus 550. That's why I was thinking whether we can get the trade in case this one can retest this high. Or we are not looking to get the trade to this high, but we want to see whether if there is a continuation for this bull, for this move, whether we can get a good trade setup or not. Anyway, we move to weekly chart. Okay, based on weekly chart, if we see we had this move with this correction and next one. Now we want to see whether this is the only correction. This is the only correction and this one can continue, or we get the bigger correction. For sure, if we get the bigger correction, we can confirm the price can break this top, because we need to watch the price have broke the top, this top. Now we need to watch this one. And I have two line here. This one is not because of this. If you put your Fib, you will see where is the, you can find this price. It depends which level you looking for. I have this too. And now I'm thinking that if the price continue to any of this level, whether this one or this, we expect for the bigger correction. But it depends on this one as well. I want to see how this correction can form. It is the only, if this is the only correction, then yeah, whether here or higher, we should expect the bigger correction for confirmation to continue. If not, if we get a bigger correction here, then may everything will change. All right, but no, we don't need to care about this too. The only thing is how we can trade here. Okay, in this case, we move to daily chart. All right, as we can see based on daily chart. Now again, if this is the only correction, that means this one can continue. But if this is the in relative to this, any drop, we will then from there we will look for buy. This is what we are more interested. That means if the price drop, whether retest this low or not, it doesn't matter. But then from there we can look for buy. All right. Now we want to see how we can trade based on daily chart. We don't have any trade setup, and if we move to forward chart. Okay, as we can see, based on forward chart, the way is moving and even come to this high. Now the question is whether, this one can continue, or can we expect another correction or reverse? Because as we can see, the way is moving. If we want to trade, we don't have the proper correction, only similar to what we have here. That means the price can move. May I say it like this? Is moving with this channel. Okay. If this one continue, then any drop, then from there we look for buy. But for long, this one cannot be. We cannot look this one as a correction for the long term. We want the price drop. How deep? It doesn't matter, as long as we get a correction for the continuation. No, it depends whether we get from here or higher price, and the possibility the price can break this top without. It continues similar to what keep this trend to break this top also is there. But in this case, anytime the price drop, any buy we get, as long as they broke the next level, we start to manage similar to what we have here. Okay. Now for for the tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, we want to see what we will get here, how we can trade it, whether we can get already proper trade setup or not, and how about the indicators. Okay, and here we see it's losing the momentum, but we don't need to care about that. And if I move to 1 hour chart, okay, for the next day, if I want to trade this, I prefer the price to drop one move down, then any buy from there, I will take it. How? Similar to any of this. The price drop, the next move. I don't have a trade setup. The only way I can get this Okay, and here also based on 1 hour chart, we don't have any nice trade setup unless we check based on lower time frame. Then for me, if I want to trade, if the price drops similar to any of this, if I want to get the trade any sharp flag, I will trade it. Okay, if you don't get the trade, then maybe I check based on 15 minutes. It depends, but then I just leave it. Then I wait for bigger correction because I don't want to jump into the trade without the correction. And how about if the price come to this level? Can we call this one as a correction for this, for the next move up? It depends whether you can get a nice trade setup within this or not. For me, I prefer, if I want to look for buy, I prefer the price at least to break this low. Then from there, I will look for trade. Okay. Anyway, we should know that the price almost hit this top, which is 553, and any buy from here without the correction is like we shouldn't do it. And if the price start to correct similar to what this is what we are more interested, then we can get the confirmation for continuation. All right, but if this one continue and move higher similar to what we have here, any buy we consider as a short term. That means similar to what we have here. When this break the, we have this one, when this one break the next and the previous top, we start to manage because we can expect. That means if the price drop, we get the buy when the price break this next, this one, then we start to manage because we can see one more drop. As I say, may this one continue as a channel. Anyway, no, we don't have any trade setup. The only thing is we're looking for buy because the potential, as I show based on weekly chart, the if this one start to move in terms of the risk and reward can give us a really good trade, but we need to see how we can trade it. Can we get any proper trade setup or not? Because we are looking for this and what we want one move down before we take the trade. If this one continue from here, we want to see how we can trade within this range. And whatever I explained just now is based on the correction we have it here. It's like we consider it a short-term trade. Okay, but we need a confirmation for long-term trade. Anyway, I'll just follow this. If I see any proper trade setup that we can take it, then I will share on YouTube. Thanks.